Here we have, this is me, Harley, sex, yes please, my birth date, and this test is from April. So this is 19 years vegan tests. And we've blurred out a few Medicare numbers and stuff for the stalkers. They can do their own homework trying to find it. But this is hemoglobin, very, very important. This is where your energies come from. This is how you burn fat, is the hemoglobin. The higher hemoglobin, the more fat you will burn. Right? So the higher hemoglobin, that's what you want, because it takes 3 kilos of oxygen to burn 1 kilo of fat. So if you've got a lot of hemoglobin in there, that's really, really good. So that's definitely very, very healthy. Hematocrit, you want it between 39 and 54. Someone's in the upper limit there. And this is an interesting one here. As a cyclist, as a runner, as a swimmer, as a kickboxer, often professional level athletes who use EPO, UFC, MMA, stuff like that. I wouldn't be a good athlete for EPO because I just naturally have higher levels. Even before I was using any anabolics, my levels are pretty high. So it wouldn't do me a benefit for me. Maybe that would go down though if I did a lot of training, but even then it wouldn't really work for me. And so here, all this really, 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 really good. Everything's fantastic. If anything's out of ordinary, it'll be like a little asterisk to it. And so that's the first one. That's the blood. Very important to have healthy blood. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so we've got blood tests here. This is after 19 years vegan. This is from April this year. So this is 19 years vegan. And we're going to zoom in here. This is the date there. And so this is the hemoglobin. So that means higher, the better. Hematocrit over 50, that's what we're talking about. And so all these things here, all very, very good. This is very good blood volume. This is why if I'd used EPO, it would be pretty much pointless, because my hemoglobin in that is so high already. Harley Johnston. And now we have, this is done in, this is another test, this is May. Okay, it's a bit more recent. That's weird. That was requested in April, and I got tested. Gave the blood a month later in May there. So here we go. This is some more recent, I thought. So here we have fasting. This is a morning one. So sodium, potassium, all those bananas I still eat a lot of. No worries there. Urea, that's good to have it low. That means we won't get any gout. Uric acid, low. Remember, they always, if you look at all my tests over the last decade, this is always in the low area. All right, this is really good. This prevents gout. It helps with inflammation, lack of, things like that. Excess inflammation. Liver enzymes. Where's the fatty liver? Look at that. All good. All good. No fatty liver there. Where's the diabetes? Jeez. All that refined sugar. Where's the diabetes? So that's good. And cholesterol. Boom. Perfect. No worries there. So that's 19 years vegan. High carb, high sugar. Sugar Mountain Durinide. Unlimited calories. Low protein diet. That's why I stay so lean. That uric acid. If your uric acid and urea goes up, you have these hormone tests. They wouldn't do my recent ones because and this is hormones, testosterone, free testosterone, and sex hormone binding globulin. So very, very good there. So nothing too, nothing out of the ordinary. Definitely not indicative of someone who's using or abusing anabolic steroids. So that's the hormones. But they vary. They're going to vary every day. I mean, an estrogen will probably be about 60, I reckon. So that your hormones vary every day. You test them in the morning, they'll be higher than the evening. So they don't really mean much, one test. It could be higher, it could be low. It doesn't really mean much because it varies day to day, hour to hour. All right, so it doesn't matter. What matters is how you perform. That's what matters. We have here thyroid, TSH, thyroid stimulating hormones. So that if that number goes really up, that's hypothyroid. So this is really, really good. 0.4 to 3.5, quite a bit of variation there, for Australians. But yeah, 0.85, so fantastic, really good thyroid health. No thyroid medications, no worries there. Really, this is the most important factor. People say, where's your iron? I didn't get iron. They wouldn't test me for iron because my hemoglobin was high last test. So this is the most important thing. Hemoglobin, that's the main thing on your bloods, right? That's everything. It doesn't matter if your iron's high or low if this number's low, because you want high hemoglobin, all right? This is the most important thing. High hemoglobin's for health. That's vitality, right? When you combine high hemoglobin with hydration and sufficient muscle glycogen, then you're talking like unlimited superhuman stamina, superhuman work ethic, just that high hemoglobin, right? That's the secret. The red blood cells, all right? The red blood cells, that's all that matters. All that matters, hemoglobin, that's everything. Everything. The hemoglobin's higher, you have better orgasms. Your hemoglobin's higher, you have better work ethic. Hemoglobin higher, you have better mood. Hemoglobin higher, you can work harder. Hemoglobin higher, just got better endurance. Hemoglobin. That is the most important thing, all right? Hemoglobin. Get it in you. Oh, bit of vegan muscle there. It's an old shirt I got from 10 years ago. A friend of mine, Nick, left this at my joint 10 years ago. It's a bit of moth holes in it. Still going all right. So that's the blood test there. 19 years. 19 years vegan. Now, you know, I would question anyone out there who's a critic of Durarider. I would say, where's your blood tests? Where's your athletic results? When I get all these people out there, you know, Durarider, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, I criticize people, fair call. But the stalkers, that's next level. There's some stalkers out there. I'm like, come on, just like, let's get a live stream. Yeah, let's get in the ring. Let's have some sort of fitness competition. All right, enough of the keyboard warrior. Let's get in real life. Let's meet up. Let's step in the ring, or let's compare blood tests, or let's have a live debate. Let's take audience from the live stream and just let's do something productive. Let's do some competition versus this like keyboard warrior pussies. Keyboard warrior pussies, man. Pussies in real life. Anyway, I don't have any hate for them, alright? But there's people out there, the little meme pages and so let's do some live stream. Okay, you can want to put some opinion or allegations or whatever. Okay, cool, but let's do a live stream format versus just be a fucking keyboard warrior all your life. Durarider's blood tests aren't that good. I could be Durarider in the ring. I could be Durarider running. Okay, let's do it. Durarider's independent nutrition. Let's do a live debate. All right. So that's just reality right there. All right. So you're gonna get critics in life, and I love critics. So I embrace. So I understand it's part of the territory. Right? It's like organic farming. You're gonna get weeds and trees and bugs, and it's just part of the ecosystem. Like, so I don't try and get rid of haters, whatever. Like, but I don't get frustrated when they don't want to have a live debate because it shows they're pussies. All right. That's not wrong with being a pussy. You know, that's not wrong with being a pussy, but I don't get labeled as a pussy. That's why I do live debates. All right, simple as that. And what can I say though? There's a blood test there. All right, so why would you take advice from someone who doesn't show the blood tests, who doesn't do any fitness, transparent fitness? You know, like running races or power data or whatever. Doing steroids, lying about it, and going to the gym, lifting weights and getting some size. Anyone can do that. It's not hard, man. Just inject, lift, eat. You grow. As simple as that. Simple as that. It's not hard to gain muscle, man. It's easy as to get cardio, though. That takes work. That takes a lot of work, you know, because you can't just like cardio. You can't fake cardio. You can fake muscle by just taking steroids, lift and get a pump, angle it, whatever. Everyone does that. That's fine, but you know, I'm saying if you want good blood and good energy, not to rely on stimulants to get through the day, get a copy of my ebooks. You know, go to Durarider.com. They're constantly updated, the best information. You know, why take advice from people who don't have the fitness or the energy or the lifestyle that you want to live? You know, why would you do that? Or people who lie to your face. You know, like guys like John Venus and Kino Body and all those fake natties. Not just to pick on them or whatever, but just the guys who lied to you. Let's use John Venus as an example. They've got no hate to John, but he's lied to everyone about his steroid usage, just as Kino Body has and all the other fake natties, etc. over the years. But people go, oh, you know, Durarider, like, I trust John, I trust Kino, I trust, you know, whoever, you know, Matt does steroids, all these fake natty dudes, you know, and who I rant on about. So you're going to trust them, but they're lying to you, and they don't show you any blood work or whatever. They just, you know, no one they coach gets their results ever. And then you have me over here, puts up the blood test, has so many people getting way better results than I get, fitter than me, or making more money on YouTube than I ever have. You know, taking my template and taking it to the next level. You know, who has Kino Body or John Venus or any of these people out there taken to the next level beyond their fitness? They're not in their fit, their steroid usage. Who have they taken up beyond that? There's so many people I've taken on YouTube from day one and through them where they're going way higher than I have in terms of subscribers or total views or monetary gains or fitness even. There's plenty of guys out there and girls out there who run and ride faster than I have. You know? So just from my template, simple as that. This stuff works. So there you go. That's the blood. I don't know how much more transparency I can give to people. You know. So there you go. If you ever see a critic of Durenrider, write to them and say, why won't you go to live stream with Durenrider? Why won't you challenge Durenrider to a fight in the ring? Why won't you challenge Durenrider to a running race or a fitness test or a blood test or whatever? Or better yet, the whole package. We fight in the ring, 75 kilos. We do live debate nutrition. We do a 5K running race. We ride up Doyce Tip or Norton Summit or wherever the heck we are, you know? And we have the live... That would be fun. That would be progressive versus this keyboard warrior shit. You know? I even see with Freely, there's this channel called Vegan Degeneration, and they just, they're obsessed with Freely. I don't know why we attract these stalker types that just go on and on and on. Like, it's okay, make one video, do a blog, okay, cool, but to go on and on and on about it. Like, you see them, you go to these channels, whether it's Trash and Me or Freely, they'll do like a zillion videos, or a zillion blogs, like that's their whole thing, you know? They're like, massive essays, or 3-hour-long documentaries, or whatever. So someone was critiquing Freely about no blood tests. I'm like, well, I've seen Freely's blood tests over the years, and they've all been really, really good. And no anemia. They're saying Freely's anemic. And it's like, well, how can she be anemic if she can run so quick and ride so fast? Right? You can't. It's impossible. You can't perform if you have low hemoglobin. You can't. Right? That's anemia. Anemia is low hemoglobin, which has got many factors, many causes. One could be iron deficiency anemia, where you got low iron, can't produce the red blood cells. One could be pernicious anemia, not enough B12, can't produce the red blood cells. If you've got fitness, you can't have anemia, right? Simple as that. Because you'll be like up here, then you'll be, can't run sub 20 to 5K, right? So that's just the reality there. It's fine to have criticism, but yeah. The social media world is very, very interesting. So for the first time in history, people can just keyboard warrior. But in real life, they'll attack you from behind, or they'll be with a gang of mates or whatever and try and... It's like, you know, one-on-one in the ring. Let's do it. All right? Enough of this pussy-ass shit. Anyway, that's the reality. Blood tests don't mean too much. Real-world performance means everything. Because this blood test that I just showed you could be good or bad. It doesn't really mean too much. Fitness, though. I mean, hemoglobin's very important, okay? Hemoglobin doesn't vary too much. That's pretty, you know, like, you're not going to test hemoglobin one day and you're low and the next day you're high. That's pretty consistent. Hormones, though, up and down all the time. Cholesterol, blood sugars, insulin, you know, hemoglobin A1C is pretty good. The hemoglobin, you know, is very, very stable. It doesn't vary too much, you know, maybe a little bit. It doesn't, like, go up and down like hormones can, all right? But if I test my blood sugar, it's higher. And it's like, I'll test again in 30 minutes. It'll be back down to normal, you know? So, but hemoglobin's very, very consistent. Just like, you know, jumps around like that. Blood sugar, cholesterol, hormones, it's like that. Sore tooth. Check your estrogen one day, it's up here. Check it down next day, down here. Then boom, 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 boom. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? One blood test doesn't mean anything. But you've seen me, I've had over a decade of blood tests. Very, very consistent values, okay? Where's the fatty liver? Alright? Anyway, bit of a rant, bit of a ramble. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the transparency, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy fake people, give it a thumbs down. We'll see you on the road.